Glad to have you with us from Davis-Wade Stadium in Starkville, Mississippi. As we wind our way toward the end of another college football season, one of the grand traditions is paying tribute and respect to those who have just poured their souls into the success of this program and honor the seniors on Senior Day. It's the Florida Gators and the Mississippi State Bulldogs. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you, and Holly Rowe is down on the sideline. Hello, Holly.
History was made in Starkville, Mississippi. Did you know that Davis-Wade Stadium for the Bulldogs of Mississippi State is the second oldest Division I-A campus football stadium, opened in 1914 as Scott Field. The cowbells are clanging every time you visit Starkville, Mississippi. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. And the Gators will kick off first, and here we go. And he's coming out of the end zone. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he stopped. They'll start on the ground with Fluff Boswell. stopped in his tracks. He got nothing. It'll be 2nd and 10.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Taylor wants to throw. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws for the tight end. Right side, it's West. They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the first down. They have it at the 36.
It is so difficult to play man coverage nowadays with all the space and spread and speed on the field. One false step, and they make you pay just like they did right there.
The Bulldogs come to the line with a fresh set of downs. It's dropped after taking the hit.
And how about that? That's already the 3rd target this guy has had on the opening drive of the game. He is a big factor for their success throwing the football. He's got to win the matchups. Even though that one goes incomplete, they got to keep throwing him the ball.
They'll need a bunch on 2nd down. Here's a give to Boswell. Hit and stopped right there. Not much on that pickup.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Third and long coming up. Taylor wants to throw it. He's going to take a shot. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down.
Well, it looked like the offense had a rhythm here early in the drive, getting a first down, but I don't know about that play call. Going deep on 3rd down, low percentage throw, it falls incomplete, and all that momentum that was established early in the drive, that's gone away now if you have to punt.
Slips through the line. Man, oh man, did that coverage team have its hands full. Well, not full because they didn't get a hand on him for quite a while. Great return there. Hits inside, it's Pryor. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down.
And, David, we know when you're playing on the road how important it is to try and steal momentum early and quiet the crowd. You gash the defense with a run like that to pick up a big first down, that'll do it. And that's really a tone setter, I think, for this offense. And you're sending a direct message to the opponent. We are going to be physical, and we're going to try to run this thing down your throat.
Yeah, and they got a chance to respond. And the crowd hopefully can get behind them and get back in it. The defense has got to do a better job. We got to stop the run. They got to tackle, get more hats to the football. This will be a challenge. They're going to run the football. They better be man enough to stop.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. They're all over it. On the move, he fires. Out wide right, it's Brown. The tackle is made, but he's got it 1st and goal from the 6.
Gain of 26. 1st and goal, Florida.
New set of downs right on the doorstep for this offense. Off play action on 1st down. Buying a little time to his left. And he's forced out of bounds close to the goal line, and that shove saved a touchdown.
You love that decision if you're the head coach. You're trying to throw it in the end zone. Nothing's there. Good job by the quarterback, tucking it and running and just getting what he can get.
Now on 2nd and goal. They'll try to run with ball. Defense all over it.
All right, so now you're in this 3rd down situation close to the goal line, and it just feels, David, like they're going to have to throw the football in order to score a touchdown here. I like maybe trying to get the quarterback outside on the perimeter and give him a run-pass option.
I like that, too. Get the quarterback on the move. And here's the thing. If I get close and I get stopped, it's 4th down. 4th down means go for it. That's all that means now today in college football. And this defense has got to be jacked up, and they've finally forced the 4th down, right? They've gotten a couple of first downs, got some things going, but I think it's decision time for this offense. And this D's got to do it one more time, right? They've got to get another play, a big 4th down stop here to get some of that momentum and get the football back.
Fourth and goal from the 5, and the offense is staying on the field. What a big moment here. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. So frustrating to see an offense lose track of the play clock and pick up a penalty like that. And on 4th down, they'll try to salvage the drive with a field goal. It's good, and that was dead solid perfect. But now there's a penalty marker on the field. Let's see what that's about. They make fun of kickers saying they don't have to worry about contact, but they do in situations like that. The Gators have it with a 1st and goal. Defense looks like they're coming. Jones wants to throw it. Look out! And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Gators! He just makes it look so easy. Impressive run.
So impressive. Time and time again, he can buy time, make you look silly, and the defense is just kind of like, wait a minute, you got him? I got him? No? Well, nobody's got him.
And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. So that drive didn't have to cover a lot of ground, going 47 yards, and they punctuated it with a 5-yard touchdown run. Just one of those mistakes that can happen as the kickoff goes out of bounds. Now give it to Fluff. And he got 5 yards on the play, 2nd and 5 coming.
Man, it's nice when you can depend on your big boys up front to make a lane, and you get 5 or 6 yards. You get 5 or 6 yards a pop. You move the ball down the field easily, and more importantly, can get this defense to be more aggressive, to bring DBs close to the line of scrimmage, and then that might open up some big plays down the field.
Keeps it on the option. Knocked down immediately at the line of scrimmage.
As an offense, you're okay with that. You're going to run option plays, and sometimes you're going to bust it big, but sometimes you don't necessarily read it correctly, get some positive yards, and then we come back and we do it all over again with different reads against the different defense.
In the gun and looking to throw on 3rd down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Johnson. That'll be enough for the 1st down as they stop him at the 43-yard line.
Love the accurate throw by the quarterback there. Curl route against man coverage. You got to put that right into the body of the wide receiver who's running back towards you. Nice job executing it, and they pick up the 1st.
Mississippi State comes out after picking up the 1st down. They'll give it to Fluff. They got it blocked just enough, and a good gain on that run. We've come to the end of the quarter, and it's Florida on top. As we get a look at the numbers so far, they are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the 2nd. And the Bulldogs with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Quarterback changing the play. The give to the back. Knocked down immediately.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
Ball at the 38. The defense will try to get a stop on 3rd and short. Taylor wants to throw. They're working that left side. They'll pick up enough yardage for the first down. They've got it at the 30.
And you got man-to-man coverage. You're running that curl route. That ball has to come out. You know you're going to get hit. Like, you know you stopped your route. He's going to be right there. But does a great job securing the catch, getting the first down.
Mississippi State has this drive hitting on all cylinders. They'll give it to Fluff. They put the brakes on him.
That's such a great physical play by the defense because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction, not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle for that.
Fires to the big fella. And that is good versatility there and a big hit from the backer in pass coverage. They'll come to the line needing 4 yards for a first down. They're already 2 for 2 on this drive. The Gators are going to call their first timeout. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. Here comes 3rd and short from the 24, and this offense does not want to send out the field goal unit. Rush right in his face. Turns it upfield. He stopped short of the sticks. They're still in field goal range if they choose to kick it here. That's why you never assume the first guy's going to make the tackle, and you have to keep running to the football.
Man, it's something you highlight every single week in defensive meetings. Don't assume somebody's going to make it. Don't assume somebody's going to make it. Take the correct angle. Nice job. First guy misses. Second guy gets him on the ground, forces the 4th down, throws that fist up in the air.
Looking to move the chains. Mississippi State lines up on 4th down. Snaps it, and he has to have it. Fires quickly. He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going. They were easily within field goal range there, but they don't feel like you can win this game 3 points at a time.
No, pass. I mean, you got to be aggressive. You got to get touchdowns, man. You've seen the emphasis. Defenses are willing to give up yards now to make you kick field goals. I like this offense being aggressive. Forget the 3s. We need 6s.
Hit and dropped, and he got nothing on first down.
Nice first down defense. Great job being physical, understanding the chances of run or high. They come up, they get the back on the ground, forcing a 2nd down and long situation.
Going to audible here. Let's see what they do. Taylor wants to throw it. Dumps it to the back. And he's going to take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Mississippi State.
Love the thought process by the quarterback here on this play. Nobody open in the end zone. Find your check down. Find the running back. He does that, and once this guy's got the ball in his hands, he shows you that elusiveness and his ability to sniff out the end zone.
And he tacked on the extra point. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. And the score comes on a 12-yard touchdown pass. And he takes this from inside the 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Gators sending the offense back to work. They had to stand by and watch that scoring march, and now it's up to them to find a way to answer it. They'll start on the ground with Jaden Ball. There he goes. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up.
Man, when I can run the football like that on first down and create 2nd and inches and stay way ahead of the sticks and be in a position now where I can throw the football or run, I will have a lot of success on the offensive side of the football.
They give it to him again. That'll be good enough for a first down. They'll mark it at the 30. And the boys of old Florida are getting it done on the ground.
And you've seen time periods in history in Florida where they didn't care about the run. Spurrier, just throw it. Yeah, Jesse, throw it again. Yeah, throw it again. Just chuck it around. But I like when they commit to the ground game, have some success to create some balance.
Under pressure. And he never had a chance.
They tried to go play action, but that did not affect the defensive tackle. He was bull rushing his guy, collapsing the pocket, and he comes away with a sack.
We'll take a quick break as we have reached the final 2 minutes of the first half. The Gators now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Jones to throw. With the catch, it's Pryor. Makes the grab and down immediately. He picks up a few. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle, but I like trying to get this guy the ball in space.
On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. He's got an open man. And the big gain, and they've got it on the 46.
Who needs a 2-minute offense? When you're this explosive, this offense creates the big play, completely flips the field position right away, now in a position to go ahead and score points before the half.
And the Gators, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. Caught on the left side by Wilson. On the move at the 30. Ripping through the defense and getting it all the way down to the 24-yard line.
Really nice job responding by the offense here. They watched the opponent go down the field and score a touchdown on that last drive, and you can see the quarterback there in the commercial break. He's telling his guys, let's go. We're going to go get this one. Everybody lock in. And that's what you're seeing on this drive. Doing a really, really nice job. They look confident. They're trying to score a touchdown themselves.
Six-yard pickup on first down. Leaves them with 2nd and 4. Back to throw, and they've got to be aware of the clock. Right side, it's Wilson. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's 1st and goal from the 7. Clock is stopped. Florida has called a timeout. It's 2nd. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Got his man. Looking for the end zone. They've got it down to the 3-yard line. Really well done on that throw and catch. Timeout now called by the Gators. That's their last one. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. They've got it down to the 3. Now it's 2nd and goal. Motion from the wide receiver. Jones wants to throw it. Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Gators!
And the offense breaks the tie, takes the lead, gains some momentum. How big is this, Palmer, now? Going into the half with the lead, with the momentum.
Well, they break the tie, but they also break their confidence a little bit now. The opponent now has to go into the locker room, probably down, and they're wondering, what adjustments do we have to make? What do we have to fix? Because we've got our work cut out for us in this game.
And he's not going to take the touchback. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. They'll start on the ground with Bothwell. Picked up a few on that run, but this defense able to keep him contained here late in the half. As the Gators head for the locker room by the watchful eye, that bull Gator head. Let's check in with Kevin Connors at the hat.
Guys, we knew this would be a telling week, and Week 12 has not disappointed. Let's get you updated right away. We start with UCF in their matchup against the number 12 team, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. And it's the home squad, keeping things within arm's reach here in this ranked-on-ranked battle. I think the plan here is just to get to halftime, then figure out a way to pull this out in the second half. Here now some other games you may have interest in. Social media certainly does. Inside SEC.
They'll start on the ground with Jaden Ball. Got to be smart, patient, great vision, uses all of that to get to the 29.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the first half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it at this point. That looked like a pretty good run, though. You just wonder maybe in the second half, if they keep giving him the football, it may start paying some dividends.
Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. This is where you make the money on the drive. Ball at the 30, it's third and short. DB's locked up tight on the receivers. Powers inside. And I don't think he got there. No, they stopped him short. He does not pick up the first down.
Man, when you go into the half and you're down, like that speech is usually pretty fiery. A lot of words you can't use on television. And so this coaching staff probably challenged their guys, and I like the way they started this second half so far. Physically, flying around, doing a great job stopping the run. They got to play.
Hold on a minute. The offense still out there going for it in their own territory. Breaks into the open. And he's brought down, but he picks up the first down, and the gamble pays off.
And they're showing you their intentions early in the game. It's fourth down, you're in your own end. We're going to be aggressive, and we're not just going to do this early. We're going to do this all game long. Awesome execution on a critical down.
Grabbed in the backfield. It's Pryor. After the filthy move, he's got room. Steps out at the 34-yard line. Big pickup on that one in this offense within striking distance.
Well, they're going to try to get this guy the football as many ways as they can. You're going to see it, obviously, in the running game, but here doing a nice job in the pass game, too. Leaking him out of the backfield, working the right side of the field. That's a nice game by the offense.
Motion from the wideout. Running inside. It's Pryor. All over him immediately.
And we knew the linebackers were the strength of this defense, but coming in the offense, man, they felt really good about their running back. And so far, man, it's been a fun matchup to watch, but advantage to these guys that have been filling gaps, scraping, getting to the football, making plays. This linebacker unit really held down this rushing attack that they usually hang their hat on.
They'll move the tight end. Handoff for Ball. Maybe a crease. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Florida. Into the end zone with a breakaway score.
You know, this offense knew coming into the season it was so important for this guy to stay healthy. They needed him week in, week out because he plays at such a high level, and he's showing it here. That last carry was his 10th rushing touchdown of the season.
And he made that extra point, the wet turf, no problem at all. Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Here comes the Bulldog offense back onto the field. So this second half didn't exactly start the way they had hoped on defense, and now the offense will try to answer with a score of its own. Works his way into the traffic and picks up 3 to the 17.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
On target.
I want to get my running backs the ball in space as much as possible, and sometimes it doesn't work in the running game, but I can throw it to him. I can try to create some space out wide, dump him the football, let him make some catches, and see if I can't get some big plays out of him.
Taylor wants to throw. They'll flip it out to the back on the screen. Gets the job done on third down as he gets it out to the 25.
Well, after allowing a touchdown in the last drive, this offense has to be able to answer. And getting that third down here on the third play of this drive is a good step toward doing that. Nice job by the QB. Good rhythm. This offense now has got it going. They need to pay this thing off, but that was a big one, no question.
They're changing things up, trying to get everyone set. Drops back on first down. Snagged in the middle. It's Evans. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
And, man, I want to see more of that. Like, I want to see more of this offense being aggressive, taking shots on early downs. It doesn't have to be run, pass. Like, being a little bit more diverse. They've struggled today to find big plays. That's a big one there.
Out wide right, it's Coleman Williams. Runs through a man, and he might have some space. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down.
It has not been a banner performance so far by this offense. Here in the second half, they need more plays like that. That's a good sign, but you got to be able to put those plays back to back now. Really nice job early in the drive coming up with a big one in your own end. But now you've got to be able to string some of those along now and score some more points.
And we talked about this guy coming into the game, man. He's a dude. Like, he's a guy that they're going to feature, they're going to give the football to. He's so good with the ball in his hand, so why would you not hand it to him as much as possible? They're doing it early, and he's getting some chunk yardage. This defense, they knew about him, but now they're finding out about him.
Pull down there, but they'll move the sticks, and it's a first down.
Yeah, and it's so nice. Don't overthink it, right? Just hand it off, get the first down, new set of downs, let's go.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Both of these teams still on the outside looking in at the top 25, but here are the rankings as we are winding our way toward the end of the season. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. They go back to work with the first down in the final period of this one. Taylor wants to throw it. Going to take a shot. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. This quarterback desperately wants to make a chunk play, but they're going to be deepest the deepest, widest the widest. He's got to be patient.
No doubt. Situational football is probably one of the most underrated, untalked about things, like understanding the situation. I have the lead. They have to take shots down the field. I'm going to play pass. I got to rush the passer. I got to keep him in the pocket. All those things come into play throughout this game.
They were on the move, but two straight incompletions have them staring at 3rd and 10. Changing the routes with his receivers. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And good coverage and better hands by the defender to knock it down in the end zone.
Now, I understand the sense of urgency for the offense now because you're trailing here by a lot in the fourth quarter, and you're just trying to take a shot to see if you can get on the board and get some of this momentum back. But
now, wait just a second here. I don't see the kicker coming out. I think they're going to go for it here. Snaps on fourth down. Throws to the wideout. Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game.
Yeah, and unfortunately in the fourth quarter, losing, you got to put the foot on the accelerator. You got to make something happen. So I get they had to be aggressive and go for it. They just can't seem to get this offense to make plays when they need it the most.
They'll start on the ground with Jaden Ball. And they're able to force him out of bounds after a short pickup.
And when you're down later in the football game, you got to start taking some chances. And that was a beautiful run blitz. Great job playing the probability, understanding it might be a run to run some clock. And they guess right, and they make a big play for this defense.
Unloads to the wideout. Complete out left to Wilson. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. The Gators come to the line after the big connection and going back to work. Running right, it's Ball. Swamped immediately.
it's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. It'll be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Ball again. And he uses the stiff arm to push his way past the sticks and pick up the first down.
And I think this will go a long way in determining the outcome of this football game. They're able to run the football with the lead late in this game. That's a good sign for this offense.
Handoff, Ball running left. Turning it on. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Florida. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. As they push that lead out, a really good opportunity to get back in the win column. And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the fourth.
Mississippi State, 7.
And he's going to try to return this one. Makes a move. He's got an alley. And there he goes. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. Boy, nothing electrifies a stadium quite like a return for a touchdown.
It's always so exciting because you don't see them very often. You got to go so many yards, 80, 90 yards at a time. What a great job by the returners, showing the speed, providing the electricity. There's a reason they're all jacked up. It's because of that awesome kickoff return.
PAT unit on the field. And with the extra point, they trail by 2 touchdowns, 28-14. You get a return like that, and it can't just be the guy with the ball who's right. Everybody has to do a job, and they did that in brilliant fashion on that one. On the run from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Here comes the Gators offense, ready to go on the attack. After that big stop by the defense, now they can salt this thing away. Got a little space. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. The 40, past the 30. That is exactly what you want to do with the football. He's got it all the way down to the 15-yard line.
Well, that's called paying off good field position. You've got the lead here late in the game. You've got the ball back. You're on your opponent's side of the 50, and on your very first play, you break off a long run. This defense right now is playing on their heels late.
They just changed the dynamic of this possession in a heartbeat, and now it's 1st and 10 from inside the red zone. Could not make his way to the corner.
Yeah, and listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He's in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double-team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
Wide receiver comes in motion. They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side. They get him down, but he was driving his way and gets it down to the 7-yard line.
And running really has been the key on this drive, guys. Lots of success right there. They generate another explosive play. Their success running the ball, big reason why they've been able to put up a lot of points and have a really nice lead in this one. And now back in the red zone again, they're looking to add to that lead.
Trying to slip through and pick it up. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal.
Really been impressed by the balance we've seen from this offense so far in the game, but I think you got to give a lot of the credit to the running game because it's been able to freeze these defenses, help set up play action. They've been physical at the point of attack. I think that really has been the key force for this offense so far, having the success they've had.
A great chance to put this game away with a score here on 1st and goal. Here's Jaden one more time. And he breaks the play. Touchdown, Gators! The mantra is always finish, and they're trying to do that here in the regular season with this Week 12 performance. Oh, do you just hate to see it? Blew the extra point. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive, and they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. Here he comes with the return. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. First play of the drive comes from the 22. Taylor wants to throw. Looking to the big tight end. Intercepted, and that total goes to 16. Trying to take it back. Touchdown, Gators! The defense gets it done with that huge interception return. They've now extended that lead, and they're trying to hang on for a Week 12 victory. They'll try to add another to their lead. And he makes the extra point. Looks like he's going to bring it out. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. Snap on first down, wants to throw. They get to him as he throws.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and go into the locker room with your tail between your legs. I like the fighting spirit, just not enough of that today.
On 2nd and 10, a 4 wide out set, trips right. From the gun. He's taking a deep shot. Makes the catch on the right side. And they pick up a better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down.
And this offense has got to kick it in high gear now. Making a big play, that is great, but we got to go up-tempo. We got to go fast. We're trailing big in this ball game. We got to put a lot of drives together and maybe even get lucky with an onside kick.
And he's all bottled up up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover.
And the defense able to get pressure to the quarterback, and they've got everybody trying to swipe at the football, and the impact on the hit sometimes jars the ball loose. Great job with the pass rush, and a better job forcing a turnover.
Dropped immediately. He got nothing on first down.
And the defense is still fighting. They haven't had the day that they dreamed of. But, you know, talking to the coaches coming into the game, like they thought they had a good plan. They'd be ready to attack and limit some of the damage this offense has done. They haven't done it today, though. They got to go back to the drawing board, figure some things out, because this wasn't a great day.
Here's a give the ball. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one.
Well, the defense finally able to make a play, getting a tackle for loss. They haven't had many of those today because this running back really has answered the bell. They knew coming in they were going to have to give him the football, force-feed it to him, and let him go to work. He's done that. Well over 100 yards rushing in this game, and the defense just has not had the answers consistently for him.